on. The other day, and I was gone, and Mom was there. She tried to call me back. He wouldn't come back.
You would?
Until he met, seen everybody, you know.
Yeah, make sure everything's okay. Walk behind Dad. Our little family picture.
Yeah, we're going inside the museum here.
Stay.
That tells you where the restroom's at right there.
They don't work.
You want to narrate some of this, Dad? You know more about it than I do.
No, other than that machine right there is an old machine that used to measure the surge conditions in the harbor years ago. Yeah, they had a cable that ran off from it, and it'd tell you how much the water was lifting and lowering. When I first came to work out of here, that thing was in operation.
So this is like the mountainside.
Now, this is the plan that they were going to use back in the late 60s and early 70s. They were going to put this kind of a harbor in. Another breakwater and some slips.
They decided not to?
Yeah, too much money. It went to a bond issue and the voters voted it down. I think it was about $26 million or something like that. So they decided.
Who's that old guy there, Dad?
That's Newell Struthers. Newell was one of our harbor commissioners. He was also the founder and president of the Times Press Recorder.
A pretty old picture there, huh?
Yeah, it is. I don't know just when that was taken, probably back in the 60s. Doesn't say on it.
What's this still here? Hanford Shores Restaurant?
Harford Shore.
Oh, Hartford?
Yeah. That's a model of what they were planning on building. You know where you come down from the Diablo Canyon gate?
Yeah.
Right across the road there's that big wide area. They planned on building something like this on out over the bluff there. Sinking pilings down in.
They voted it out?
They just never went on through with it. They probably couldn't find anybody that was interested enough to sink that much money into a project like that. Probably back in those days it was $500,000.
Yeah.
Now it would be way more than that.
Looks like a pretty nice little thing.
Yeah, we've got a nice restaurant.
That's all there is in here, isn't
That's
it?
about all there is in here. You know, this is where Art used to live. Art and Steph. Here, one of these days they're going to put it all together. At least they say they are.
Yeah. Yep, there are little airplanes and everything on this carrier.
Yeah. Patrick?
No.
That's the seat out of an outhouse.
Toilet.
Yeah.
What is
used to-
that?
I don't know what this is. We've been trying to figure it out for years. Nobody's been able to come up with what it was. But that old seat there used to be out in the waiting room out at the end of the pier, where they had an old outhouse out there. Everything went straight to the water.
Yeah.
And then the fish fed on it. But, there you can still see the piping where they went out.
Wow.
They'd fill these big old tanks with air. First time I was up here, they had a diesel engine set here with a belt on it that ran this compressor. Then they went ahead and automated it, put electricity into it.
I bet it was loud in here.
Oh yeah, it just vibrates your whole body when that comes on. They really cleaned this up in here, if you remember, Bill, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, this was a mess in here.
Oh, look at the old, fire, whatever
Yeah.
you wanna call it.
It's a hose reel on the car. Yeah, that old safe's got some hits. Yeah, that was our service counter
Yeah.
when Gerard Parsons
Come
made
in here
that.
and take a picture of it.
Gerard made that for our first, when we first put the harbor office in town. They took all the tumblers out of that old safe because they were afraid that somebody locked the damn thing up and then they wouldn't be able to get it unlocked. You know what this is, Patrick?
No, I didn't.
Wheelchair lift.
Oh, wow.
Hook it up to electricity. They brought it up here. They were going to use it if they were able to get people up here to get into the old lighthouse.
1889?
Yep, that's when they started it. Finished in 1890. The old light that used to set up in the tower there is down in the museum in San Luis.
Oh, really?
We hauled it out of here when the Coast Guard was leaving so that the vandals wouldn't tear it up. Well, that wind, Chris.
Yeah. And people lived in here, Dad?
Uh-huh. I don't know just how long ago they stopped living in here, but Bobby can go in here. He generally goes in, tries to root out all the big game in here that would be hazardous to us. You know, mice and rats. Mm-hmm.
That was good solid stuff.
This just needs a lot of TLC.
Yeah, it does.
We're gonna follow Bobby.
Those guys have started
Please be
on it.
careful.
They've got the doors where they're gonna fit them back in the openings. They fixed all of the windows. Just a good deal of the windows were broken out.
Black Widow, is that what that is? No?
I don't know, it's a dead bee. It used to be a washroom, huh?
Yeah.
The bird trapped in the room, you might want to let it out. Bobby's going ape.
Be careful, honey, he'll knock you down.
Hey, you good in here, you shit? Ah, get out of there.
I don't know if we can.
What's down here, Dad?
He's trying to do that.
Get out.
Bobby, come here. Bobby. Bobby, come on.
I don't think he's there.
No.
I got him now. Well, just a cellar, just dark and dingy.
Yeah, ain't a whole lot down there.
Used to be a lot of junk down there, an old couch. Look at this door. This is the one we were gonna put in our front of our house. Art
It's a
gave
nice
that-
door.
Art gave
Will
it
you
to your
settle
mom.
down, please?
There's another bird up here.
Okay, Pat.
And we
Hang on.
decided
Dad's
that,
taking a picture.
we decided we didn't want a
Keep
solid
Bobby
core
away
in
from
that
the
front,
bird.
so.
Dad's. Was this the front room, Dad?
That was probably the sitting room in there. Both of those, you can see how big those windows are. They pushed all the way up and you could walk through them right out on the porch. They've got them nailed shut.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs, see what's up there.
All right. I like this whole, look at this whole thing.
Figure out that he can get his ass up there.
Bobby was in here and he did not want it. Bobby, let's go. Bobby, you'll see if that's in the forward.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
How do you like these clothes closets, Teresa?
I like them.
I told your mother-in-law, I said, you know what? You couldn't put your goddamn shoes in there, let alone your clothes.
No doubt, boy, those.
Back in those days, you know, the people, they didn't have a lot.
No, you have one to dress for Sunday and.
And one for work.
Well, they set a heater in front of these, or?
This one used to have just a coal burner out here. Those downstairs were kind of a fireplace and they burned coal in them.
Bobby's wondering where the bird went.
Yeah. You want to go out the window after him? Huh? I'll open it. Yeah, Gerard Parsons, he rebuilt a lot of these frames, re-glassed the windows. He did a lot of work for me on this, all free labor. And the material was free
Well,
too.
there is a lot of old.
I guess these guys didn't know that you're supposed to mark these under the hinges, huh? So you don't see that?
Honey, take a picture of the ocean through this window.
You can push that window up if you want. If it doesn't blow your hat off. Yeah.
A lot of history.
These have still got the old metal sash deals in here, you know, for counterbalances.
Yeah.
And they put new hardware on them.
These are neat.
You need to think about back when all this work was done, like all this stuff was cut in. That was back in the 1800s. They did all of that by hand.
Yeah.
They didn't have any power tools.
A lot of fine craftsmanship.
All of it cut and fit, you bet. Yeah, they'd work on one piece for a long, long time, but they did it right. They
Yeah.
took a lot of pride in it. That's good.
And a lot of the old houses and structures that they built back then are a lot better than they are now.
This sucker
Is
is,
this where you used to get the light up?
no, I'll open the door up where you can get to the light down there where the light used to be. You can go upstairs there, but you just can't get out onto the widow's walk. That, I couldn't get that little trap door open last time I was up there.
Little friend.
Yep. Buddy. Should we just leave Patrick in here?
Yes, he's driving me up the wall. Just joking, Patrick. Move out of the way because Grandpa's going to open up the door for us. Keep door closed.
They finally got these stairs fixed going up there?
Well, they never were. The stairs weren't hurt. It was just that the configuration of them was bad for people to be going up and down.
Oh.
That's where that one elderly gentleman fell up here. He got about halfway down and slipped his heels, and he hit on his tailbone bounced all the way down here. We had to pick him up and carry him into the pickup, get him in
So
town.
it's okay for us to walk up
Yeah,
here?
come here, Bobby.
Oh, you get the.
Yeah, you can walk up there, just be careful.
Things are steep.
The going up is not too bad, and coming down, when you gotta really watch what you're doing, because the steps aren't, right here, aren't full steps. Just, they're not full steps and they're steep.
This is really neat.
I'm not gonna climb up there with you. There's room enough for you guys up there. Get me up there, there'd be too many.
Oh, chicken.
Well, like
That's
I
where
said,
that
you
old
know,
light used to sit.
Patrick, please.
I was being careful.
Yeah, we're looking through where the light used to shine now.
You stay down here.
This is neat up here.
Yeah, it is. They got a lot
Too
of.
bad it's foggy. Yeah, you can see pretty good though. At least I think you can. We haven't watched his tape yet.
Yeah, that old feller that, well, he must, well, I'm calling him an old feller, he was probably in his 70s. And here I'm working on 70s, you know. But he was pretty spry until he started bumping his tailbone on that, and then that just took the tins right up.
Oh, I bet.
We laid him in the old pickup, laid him in the back of it, some blankets in there, took him down and transported him into an automobile. But I think they're gonna have to take this to the house here. All of this stuff.
Is this horn here still work yet?
No, they shut those down.
They just left the light up here, huh?
Yeah, the light is still operational off from in here, and the horns, the panel for the horn that's down on the beach now works out of up here. They've got a conduit running all the way down to the point down there. But these they discontinued. They pulled all of their, and they had some good equipment in here. Compressors and generators. Had a good, I think it was 371 Jimmy diesel in there that fired that stuff when the power.
These are old train wheels. What, they dig those out of the ocean, Dad?
Yeah, down underneath the pier down here, Hartford Pier.
How did the train get down there?
Pull lumber off in there. There used to be a big shipping port years ago. But back in the 30s, they had a fire on the pier. And they lost cars, you know, those flatbed railroad cars. And that was one set of the trucks of the wheels that was down there. Your mother can find it, Bill. She's got a picture of one of those portable toilets on a set of wheels. It belongs to a guy up in the hills up there. And we sent Earl down to pick it up, to bring it up to the Isham when we were camping one time. Just before they got to Heartland, they stopped and they put Bobby Costa in that outhouse. Called it a Portuguese camper. Well, we got a picture of him.
That'd be
He
neat.
got right at the campground. Somebody beat on the side of it. He opened the door and Mom snapped a picture of him. He's up at Isham right now.
Is he?
Him and I like Jerry Wells.
Mm.
Yeah, Jerry's grandma died. That's a
Oh.
real bummer.
Yeah, she went home or over to her house or wherever, and she had passed away in her chair.
Yeah,
How
she
long ago was this?
Not too long ago.
about a month ago.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Nobody knows how long.
she must have died first thing in the morning because she was still in her night clothes.
City otter.
Yeah, that's what I was getting a picture of.
Probably chomping on abalone.